here. It is our intention to assist you in creating a new vision, a vision that inspires you to live and love on planet Earth. We are your ancestors existing within you as well as without. Although we appear to exist from without as a collective of Pleiadian energies calling to you from the future, we also exist within you. We are you on the golden spirals of time, cycling the epochs of existence, calling to you yourselves to reconsider all you thought holy. Journey with us now through the mysteries of your world. Our ancestors came from a universe that had completed itself and understood universally that it was Prime Creator, as the journey of Prime Creator in time. They came from a universe that had discovered its essence, creativity. By discovering that essence, they found out that they were creators. They came into the Pleiades because that star system would someday be able to help you at a most challenging time, a time when you would be ready to reconnect with Prime Creator. Our ancestors are also your ancestors. They gave their DNA to the original planners, and this DNA became part of the DNA of the human species. It is our intention to assist you in coming to a greater understanding of the Pleiadian experiments that have been influencing Earth. During times of chaos and confusion, times when the human species was suppressed, various factions from our home system came to different locations around your planet and made very subtle openings. They worked with small clusters of consciousness to leave a glimmer of energy upon your planet. For many in the cosmos knew your planet was headed towards tremendous calamity and great suppression. Earth is in dire straits at this time, there is no doubt about it. Yet great opportunity lies within this state of confusion. We applaud your intentions and honor each of you for choosing yourself to go into the unknown. For the last 500,000 years, various civilizations on Earth have been seeded from different star systems that were part of the original library program. Each appeared at a different time period, penetrating a controlled force field that isolated Earth and kept it inaccessible as a library. These civilizations would flourish for 500 years, 5,000 years, 10,000 years. Then the forces that own the planet would somehow shoo them away or destroy them. These civilizations could not establish ownership here, so they left clues or steps to the ladder as part of the master plan. Egyptians, Incas, Balinese, Greeks, Tibetans, Sumerians, Native Americans, Maya, Aboriginals, and many, many other indigenous peoples have contributed keys of understanding, all pointing to the heavens. If present-day humans could read the steps and clues left by these cultures, they could once again liberate and own Earth. To a large degree, Earth lost her sovereignty, and another force of rulership came in and claimed ownership to this prime hunk of real estate that you call home. These recently appointed godlike administrators have not always been the kindest and the most benevolent sorts. Earth was established billions of years ago for a purpose. She was to be an intergalactic exchange center of information, part of a vast library system where data from many, many galaxies was stored. A living library, to be precise. The original planners of Earth were members of the family of light, beings who worked for and were associated with an aspect of consciousness called light. Light is information. The project of the living library on Earth was eventually fought over. Skirmishes took place, and Earth became a place of conflict and duality. When these skirmishes occurred, a certain group of entities fought in space and won the territory of Earth. These new owners wanted the native Earth species to remain unevolved and uninformed so that the species would be easier to control. Sumerian records hold numerous keys for expanding an understanding of your ancestral lineage. The records maintain that for eons, a caste of celestial characters with multiple agendas graced the stage of Earth. These ancient records recall a time, hundreds of thousands of years ago, when two ruling brothers, Enki and Enlil, were in charge of the Project Earth. These visitors, called the Anunnaki, came to Earth from the heavens and played God. They created what they wanted on Earth based on their own intentions. Their purpose was to experiment with life and create humans to dwell on Earth. These gods are your ancient parents, having seeded a version of Earth's genetic line with their influence. Most crucial for you to consider is the concept of the gods as parents. Consider who they are as well as who you are in relationship to the stellar energies that are asking to be recognized. The Sumerian culture was directed by those who came from the stars, the stellar reptilian ancestors. They were establishing a civilization once again, creating one more experiment to look at what could be done with the biological forces of Earth. The reptilian race, or Lizzies as we affectionately call them, are an integral part of your ancestral line. They are an awesome, ferocious, and gracious collection of consciousness, for they are many things combined into one. These reptilians are important for you to understand as aspects of existence that connect you to the deep taproot of your own heritage. Understand that the reptilian energies are creator gods. They are master geneticists who assisted the original planners in designing the living library. They are an ancient race and are very advanced in creating sentient biological forms. They were some of the prime instigators in putting together the human species on this planet. They learned their craft from the ancient ones. As master geneticists, the Lizzies know their trade. They are highly skilled in genetic organization and manipulation. They far surpass many brilliant beings in their ability to genetically adjust life. So in the vastness of existence, the reptilian families are known to be creators and are responsible for organizing the genetic structure of life forms. Memories are buried in your cells, and you are not quite sure what's there. Feel your body and imagine your spinal column, chakras, and 12 strands of DNA as a tree of life growing upward. At the bottom of the tree there is a serpent, like a taproot, connecting you to Earth. Imagery will help you get in touch with your reptilian ancestry so you can have a neutral look without labeling anything. Visualize the serpent energy climbing your tree, rising up your body, electrifying you. As a member of the reptilian family, serpent images trigger cellular memories of the gods who made you, showing you that you sprang from the serpent and that the serpent brings you life. Sometimes the ancient reptiles that your myths call dragons hoarded crystals. Crystals are senders and receivers of information. Many of the highest civilizations were anchored by reptilian energies who had access to the human blueprint and carried this human blueprint from another system into this one. The reptiles did this by bringing a tremendous amount of crystalline energy and hoarding, collecting, and storing it inside lairs or caves as underground bases of operation. Then they sent versions of themselves to the outside world as their representatives, very often in the form of snakes. It was the only way they could enter the outside world without being harmed. If they had come out in their dragon nature, the consciousness of the existing humans at the time could not have withstood the encounter. What the gods now realize is that we are in a dilemma in the Pleiades. There is a tyranny that was let loose on Earth, and that tyranny has returned to us. Did you know that we made the tyranny, that we stripped you of your heritage of a fully functioning 12-stranded DNA? Do not be naive about Pleiadians, including us. Why do you think we are doing this healing work on your planet? Consider that perhaps we need you for our next phase of development. If we wish to grow, we must heal a past that we have been connected to. We are here for the game, the codes, and the master numbers. The codes and master numbers we seek are geometric formulas and combinations of intelligence stored within the human. The human, of course, is an integral part of the design for the living library. Our ancestors created events that presently stifle our development on the Pleiades. And as Pleiadians, we are seeking to discover the solutions to this grand dilemma, a predicament that you share with us. Members of the family of light are able to integrate and survive reality shifts without destroying the bodies or life forces they occupy. As a member of the family of light, the ability to change reality exists innately inside you. You must create the belief system whereby you can do this, because your mind is structured to evolve and form your experience based on what you command, no matter what paradigm platform you spring from. The family of light acts as a stabilizing factor for dimensional shifts, and its members serve as carriers of a frequency being used to awaken many. Members of the family of light have pushed themselves past the laws of third-dimensional reality through to another dimension, so to speak, by uncovering the coding inside themselves. Many of you may have the feeling that you have done this before. You have. You lost your memory of this process because you came here to operate under the same laws as everyone else. It's time for you to make a commitment to create joy, creativity, and love for yourself. Only then will you benefit others, for if you do not evolve yourself, you do not serve others. Others will see that you are stable, grounded, and loving, and that you work in the name of peace. Stay clear on that. Always adhere to the concept of peace as you reach for something currently unknown. Many members of the family of light will become guides to those who will match you frequency for frequency and love for love. You will bring about a merging through love that will create a new ownership and direction of this place that you call Earth. Remember that Prime Creator is in all things. The key here is to love and value yourself and Earth. It is our intention that those of you who know us and are familiar with our energies have a lighter step on the planet and are able to live the keys that we share with you. All we do is create imagery from which you can evolve. We know how to set you free, and that is what we are after. Recollect for a moment the idea that the game masters are parents of civilizations by means of conceptualization. They experience the web of existence as a force and field of unlimited awareness that is intelligent and responding. You are game masters yourselves, those who orchestrated the reestablishing of Earth's freedom and the seeding of civilizations. These civilizations became alive and activated, and now you are living in one of the most exciting places and times of existence. Your natural state of being, and what you are evolving toward, is a multidimensional character who will be able to make peace on this planet and take that peace into other worlds as well. Remember, peace involves a decision that is a standard chosen for your life. Whatever you intend to make as your signature, your mark on this world, it shall be. So dream big. The Maya called themselves daykeepers. We call them keepers of time. They are associated, of course, with the Pleiades system. They are masters at going into and out of time events. The keepers of time that orchestrate events are like balls of light with rays that travel into many different realities and directions. The Mayan keepers of time were able to anchor on Earth the data that would make sense to future generations because they were multidimensional. They could travel backward, forward, and sideways in time, and their civilization was based upon time travel. They left many clues to this story buried throughout the land of Mexico. Their now became more meaningful because it was their purpose to grow a now that would benefit nows outside of their now. The Maya meant to create the paradigm, the description of what is going to occur, the cycles that your Earth goes through, and the cycles of time that are based on cosmic doorways. All time is simultaneous. The Maya understood that the Earth is involved in a larger system of rotation than just the solar system. The Maya created and defined time in your system based upon their knowing that you were part of much larger cycles. The purpose of the Maya was to come onto the planet to establish a paradigm for the future. Imagination is the most powerful force available to humankind. Your planet is going to survive its transmutation process as you recognize the power of imagination, which is tied very closely to memory. Imagination acts as a movie screen in your mind that holds images and creates blueprints of consciousness. One of the most important keys we can give you is this: love yourself, honor the vehicle that you occupy, and act as if you are priceless. Act as if you lucked out and received the best thing possible, your body. Honor Earth as well with love and respect, for it is here on Earth that you stage your fanciful dramas. Love yourself and Earth on your ride through the universe, and your journey will be lighter. As you journey to this point that is the sum total of who you are, knowing all these things, you arrive at a moment when it is time to share your knowledge with your family, society, and culture. Many of you are poised in this moment. You have a duty to share what you know, not to preach or to sow seeds of fear or plant the field for another, but to vibrate in the wholeness that you are. Radical change will occur. Have compassion as you put the things you have learned to work. Do not be attached to what we have shared with you. Do not proclaim new Bibles of truth through our stories. We are here to entertain you, and as we have said, to create new images to give you a stepladder to what's out there. It's a gigantic universe, so do not limit yourself and force everything to fit into one recipe to bake a pie. There are many ways to look at life. Enjoy every moment as a moment of bliss. Keep yourselves in the ever-expanding opportunity that the goddesses and the gods and all the versions of yourselves are funneling your way. Accept the mantle of your own creation. We want to remind you that you are in two worlds. Even though you drive your cars, go to the bathroom, sleep, eat, and do all the things that all humans do, you do not dwell in the same world. You reside in a world of knowledge, and you have gained access to the rules to bridge both of these worlds. We also want to remind you to energize the idea of a safe world. Much will happen, bringing change through tumultuous, shocking, and surprising events as things that have been prophesied begin to occur. It would be wise for all of you to seek the wisdom of the elders, the indigenous peoples in all cultures, and to listen to the teachings they share. They speak of these times, and their teachers have been our teachers. They understand as Earth speaks. We salute you for the courage to kindle the flame of faith as the spark of life in the core of your beings, and to pioneer the frontier to blissful living where meaning and purpose thrive. See that flame grow and allow it to serve as the fuel for a safe and unique adventure into the grand arenas of experience. Inspire yourselves to move further into the moment by letting go of old discoveries, and trust to the core of your beings that a new cycle of learning awaits. Go forward, friends, and be uplifted. Go forward, friends, and be uplifted, and be uplifted, 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 uplifted,